member Carlton Dallas, and we have our superintendent, Dr. Rodriguez, and general counsel for the district, Wendy Cartledge. This meeting is being conducted via video conferencing, and it is being live streamed on the school district's YouTube channel. Could you please display the agenda?
I'm trying. I'm
Okay.
I'm trying. It's not.
I figured
not
as
moving.
much.
I've pressed the circles, but it's not showing.
You know what, Robin, try pressing it again, because the same thing happened to me when I was trying to review the minutes.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Something's wrong.
There we go.
Something is wrong here.
What is wrong?
It's not working. Look. It's not working.
Miss Cartledge, we can hear you. We can't see
What's wrong
you.
with it? I'm not irritated. Computer.
All right, Miss Middleton, do we have a motion to approve our agenda tonight?
So move and I second.
I'll second. Any discussion?
No, ma'am.
You can't second.
Okay.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So next on our agenda, we have the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to just take a moment of silence and honor all of those that unfortunately passed in the 9/11 tragedy occurring 22 years ago today, and for all of those that served and helped during that time. Next on our agenda, we have approval of the committee meeting minutes from August 28th.
So moved, Madam Chair.
All right, then I'll second. Any discussion?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Okay, give me just
a little time to catch up.
just a little. Give me. I'm almost there.
Okay.
All right. Setting the. Let me get the September 19th. Okay.
All right,
Can you all see that?
yes. Maybe make it a little bit bigger.
Okay. Hold on a second. How's that?
Good. All right, this is our next business meeting next Tuesday, September 19th, and it will be at the Hilton Head Island School for the Creative Arts in their gym. And right now we have executive session starting at 5 and public session at 6. We have our usual disclaimer there at the beginning and how to submit public comments. And then that we will finish agenda items on September 20th, the next business day, if we're unable to conclude the meeting on the 19th. All right, so Wendy, we see you now. So I see you have the first item under executive session, receipt of legal advice related to one settled claim.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Then we have the employment matter regarding the personal ratification report. We're going to be talking about Broad River Elementary HVAC, Red Cedar Elementary Phase 2 on safety, security, and technology, and River Ridge Academy on athletics. Dr. Rodriguez, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
All right, any, so I assume those are contracts regarding those items at the different schools?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it seems like 5 o'clock would be a reasonable time to start. Ms. Middleton, are you in agreement with that?
Yes, I will be attending remote, so that's fine with
Okay.
me.
All right. So then we go into the main body of our meeting, our public session. Looks like our student performance will be Mary River High School. And then we have 2 points of celebration. Parker's donation. Is that also under business action?
I'll put it up. I'll put it under business action. I forgot to put it on there.
Yeah.
Approval of donation.
So it will be approving it at this meeting. So I think I can just mention as the chair, thanking them for their generous donation. It seems like we really shouldn't have it as a celebration prior to the board approving if it's 5,000 or more.
Correct. We're supposed to approve it first and then have the thing, but for Parker, we usually end up doing it all at one time. So do we want to, I don't know how to do it first. I mean,
Well, we can have,
Usually comes to,
sorry, Dr. R, you're going in and out.
I was just saying Parker's usually comes to the meeting and does a little presentation and then, and that sort of thing. So I don't
All right, so
know
it'd be nice for them
if
to be
under
towards the
points of
beginning.
celebration. the
Yeah.
board-
So why don't we, before the
Yeah.
point of celebration, we're going to need board approval of the Parker's donation.
Yeah,
okay. Do you want to just make a motion to move the business portion up first and then do it? And
Let me,
We can
what else
handle-
is on that? I'm sorry, I forgot what else is under the business portion.
approval of the 8% project list.
That could be time or involve time. I would just say points of celebration. We could just say, we could either say Parker's donation pending board approval later in the meeting, or we can just say, board business action approval of Parker's donation and celebration or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's better. I think that's good the way you're doing it, Robin.
Okay.
And we're also going to recognize the SC 2023 Career Specialist of the Year, the facilitator for career development at H.E. McCracken. That's nice. Are you good with the way we're doing the business action to approve the donation and then have it celebrate so they can be towards the beginning of the meeting, Angela?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. Then we have our first public comments. Let me think about my chair report. Not sure right off the top of my head right this moment. All right, so will there be any committee reports, Robin?
No, because no one's meeting this week.
Yeah. Okay. All right, next up, Dr. Rodriguez, we have the superintendent's report. Under student achievement, you have the ISD presentation.
correct.
Okay,
And I'm leaving that with that language for now, just so that we have some flexibility on which direction to go, but it will be an academic presentation. Either additional data that might be coming out or just some information on how we move forward from the last data we shared.
okay. And the other, your other goals and other matters are without agenda items for this meeting.
Right, that's correct.
Okay.
Last had Tanya speak about I think she had a little bit winding down the millage, not the millage, oh goodness, the reassessment. When we had to shift our millage, and she went to county council 3 times, and we lowered the millage. So it was in line with what we needed in order to fund the budget. So that's been completed, and I think she already took care of that with the board.
Okay, yeah. All right, the other item for board business action is the FY 2025 8% project list.
Dr. Guad,
Yes,
yeah, there's just one more item. Normally, we would go to operations committee this week and bring the OE to the board. That's due, I believe, at the end of September. But
Mhm.
since there is no operations committee meeting, or finance, I'm sorry, finance, it's a finance OE. Since there isn't a finance committee meeting, it will have to come at the next business meeting after, because usually it goes finance first and then to the full board.
Um, so we do have a finance committee meeting scheduled on the 21st.
but that would be after this meeting.
Yeah, it is after this meeting, it's a week, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right,
So it's OE something. I'll
Yeah,
get it
but
from Tanya.
don't put it, no, Robin, don't put it on there. They're not gonna be able to, it won't work for this meeting.
you can
Okay.
put it on the draft for next business meeting,
Yeah.
or it'll be under a committee report, I guess.
It'll be under committee reports for the next one, because they'll be meeting on the 21st.
Okay,
I was just pointing out that we can't bring it forward on the
This
schedule.
time.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
schedule,
Yeah.
because we're not having the operation
Yeah.
of the finance meeting ahead of time.
we can't follow the timeline. Okay.
Yeah.
So then for under consent agenda, we have the of course, the meeting minutes from the last meeting. And then we have the usual other agenda items on the rest of the meeting. And then the next business meeting would be October 3rd, and that's listed there. All right. So let's go to that running list we have.
Wait a second.
Sure.
Can you see it?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
And William's hands up.
Mr. Smith?
Yeah, also, at the last school board meeting, basically, we were talking around the committee, but in the terms of the superintendent's contract, and there were things that when we spoke about that, I believe that the board we need to have a conversation about in the executive session about, well, not even the executive session, we need to have a conversation about having legal counsel in terms of understanding his contract and the pros and some of the do's and don'ts. And I just think that we're talking about making edifications, that we need to have legal advice.
So I was not privy to that discussion, but Ms. Middleton, I guess, was. Do you have?
There was a motion that was made that didn't pass.
Okay. And we
A motion was made, but it wasn't second. It was a motion that was made, but it wasn't second, to have legal counsel talk about whenever the changes were made to his contract.
Okay. So then that wouldn't be entertained by the board, since the motion wasn't brought to the floor. And we, just to remind Mr. Smith and the other board members, we when we meet to do Dr. Rodriguez's contract, which is normally October, kind of the second half of October, we have had legal counsel each time weigh in, and that's been White and Story's firm.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, my point is, as a committee, they are talking about how to make changes in terms of what we want to edify on within terms of his contract, or I mean, excuse me, of his evaluation. And to me, his evaluation is a part of his contract. And so I'm concerned, and I will tell you this: I would like to put on the record that as making those changes upon his evaluation, I would like legal advice from someone, also from someone who would be who should be involved in terms of legal counsel outside of this district. And I think that is deemed appropriate, and I am very concerned about that.
Okay, you've been heard. The board as a whole did not pursue your I guess you'd say your opinion or desire. And per Dr. Rodriguez's contract, he has to be in agreement with the evaluation. That is part of his contract. So we can't just arbitrarily say we're going to now measure you on X, and Dr. Rodriguez, if he does not agree with that, he's, it's not going to be measured. So it has to be a give and take, and we both have to, the board and Dr. Rodriguez have to be, on the same page, I guess I would say. Do you have anything to add to that? Yeah, Angela.
Based on our conversations during the board meeting, we asked, Dr. Rodriguez how he felt about the changes. And he was positive about all the changes, because quite a few of us had questions and concerns, because, we were making this change right before we have to, put things on paper. So when he was asked, he was in agreement, and he gave us his feedback. So I think that's why I know for myself, I changed my mind on some votes after I heard what he had to say.
Okay. That sounds good. Earl.
Earl's hand, go ahead.
Earl. Mr. Campbell?
Yeah, I don't think we need any legal advice to work on that. We can do it the same way we did it last time. The board come to agreement. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, Ms. Middleton, do you have any of these items that you think are timely and need to go on to this meeting, September 19th?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, and I don't either at this time. All right. The next on our agenda would be to set the date of the next agenda setting meeting.
Question about that. So operations is scheduled to meet on the 25th at 5:00. I can ask them to move their meeting, since that's agenda setting, to the 26th. If I have, yes, or if we want to see if they would move theirs at 4, and then we do agenda setting, say at 5:30 on the 25th.
My preference is to have the agenda setting 8 days ahead like we normally do. And my preference is 5, but I can do 5:30.
Okay.
How about you, Angela?
Yes, I'm looking at my calendar.
Okay.
Yes, 5:30 would work perfect, because I'll be out of town.
Okay. So either, Robin, whatever works is fine in terms of doing the committee meeting the other committee meeting at 4, or moving it to the Tuesday.
Okay, I will ask them if they can move it to 4.
And then
Or
if you
move it
could,
to Tuesday.
yeah, send out a notice to
Yes,
the board and the district staff about that change and
Yes.
the meeting time. Okay. Do we have any other items for business, Ms. Middleton?
No, ma'am.
All right. So we can adjourn by unanimous consent, and I thank everybody who was in attendance tonight.
Thank you.
We're adjourned.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Robin, I have a quick question for you before you get off.
Um,
I'll